Hey now, ladies and gentlemen, hey now, hey now, hey now, and a hey now, and a hey now. Let's get after it. Hour number 2 of the line, Talk 99.5, Talk995.com, MajorMcLeanWho.com, and the Talk 99.5 app. Make sure you get your hands on that. Just download it, whether you're iPhone or Android or whatever. Download that app, man. It's right there for you. We got you covered, man. Hook that up. A lot of stuff to get to. We're going to make that happen, including I got some flock camera talk for you, which is growing more and more concerning. Although, we've had these discussions before, and thankfully there are some cities and counties that are banning flock cameras. They need to, in both red and blue states, they need to really step that up and get them all out of here because it's not working out. It's not working out. Let's hit the phone lines first, though. Let's go to Steve. Steve, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Andrew?
Hey, man.
I listen to you guys every day, man.
Well, we appreciate you.
I live in Green Cove Springs, Florida.
Okay.
So, Alexa downloads you every day. So, it was Huckleberry Hound, man.
Huckleberry Hound.
Huckleberry Hound.
Remember, that makes me mad.
That's good stuff.
I just want to say hello, man, and I enjoy you guys every day. I'm so glad John Bird's back, man.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
man.
stop it.
Me too.
It livens up the show, dude.
Oh,
There's no
sure.
doubt about it. And we love our Florida people. We've had
Yes.
Florida people join on as of late, so we appreciate you more than you know.
Yes, sir. And a friend of mine used to be really good friends with Amy. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The vape store.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
She's good people.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
I just want to say hello, man. Talk to you guys.
All right, Steve. Well, good to hear from you, buddy.
You too, man.
All right. We'll see you, cuz.
You guys take care.
Yeah, Amy being Tony Gump's wife. Super awesome. Just like Tony. They're good people. Good people. We got a vast audience, by the way. I don't know if people realize it or not, but a lot of our John Bird's tearing down the studio in here. Thank you for my paper, though. I don't know. Because I was trying to look at this paper real quick. Look at the top of it. So he prints off this thing, and it says Dixon and Vining at the top, and he marks it out and writes the line.
Well, normally Steve does it, so I don't have access to that template.
Yeah. Well,
You know what? Just give it back and you can guess at what the live spots are.
No, it's fine. I like it. It's just funny. It was just funny. What was I saying? Oh, we got a lot of people from out of state that listen to this show, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all. And John Bird knows this. We have made a concerted effort to branch out to people all across the country. We have done things, whether it's through the podcast or whatever, to get people from all around to listen to the show.
All walks of life.
Because that's what we need. Because one day we're going to be big time and syndicated across, countless radio stations across the country.
Got to keep that hush-hush. Now, daggone it, Fox News is going to drop us now.
No.
We had our show lined up.
No, we'll get it. Hey, let's do this. Let me get Richard the cop, and they'll get into the flock camera stuff. Richard, what's up?
So the Heavens to Murgatroyd Snagglepuss was part of that Yogi Bear thing, where all the Yogi Bear was part of the Yogi Bear characters in different shows where they'd have them all together on the Yogi Bear looking arc thing, and they had the helicopter blades and would fly, and those were Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera, that's it.
Yep. Exit stage left was another one of his things. He was supposedly some kind of an actor.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that brings back memories.
Yeah. Andrew, Sunday, I'd worked all day. About 4 o'clock, I get a trip to Duluth, Georgia, to a detox facility.
Wow.
It was a calm trip. It was set your boundaries and drive. Didn't get home till 2 o'clock Monday morning. But yep, that was a hell of a day right there, boy.
So is that somebody on their way to detox or somebody leaving detox?
Yeah, somebody going to detox and the facility paying for the ride.
Gotcha.
And he was quiet. One point, me being ex-cop and used to transport people, stuff like that. Need to go to the restroom. Okay, that's fine. If you run, now from this truck stop, I don't care. I'm going to drive off, leave you. And if you go in there and pop you a tall boy and come out smelling like it, they're going to throw you out the door when we get there. I'm just trying to save you a waste of time, all right? I'll meet you right over there.
Yeah.
He's a good old guy, good young guy. It's just the stuff you see, man.
Yeah.
The stuff you got to get back in the life, brother.
Mm.
You got to get back in the life. This is the world's greatest show besides being a cop, and you get paid for it.
Yeah. It's a bit of a hassle, but there's no doubt if people watching is your thing, that's a front row seat for it.
Well, it's just one of the things, You have to take the good with the bad. The ones you don't like, you 1 star and move on. But I'll die an old man driving an Uber car more than likely.
Yeah.
I dress like I want. I stop when I want. I eat when I want. I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. As long as I keep my car paperwork up for them, I'm good. And John Bird?
Yes, sir.
You missed Squeal Night, buddy.
Squeal Night?
I was on the night before classes at Alabama starts on the 18th. Everybody had the parties, man. There was half-naked girls all over that place. I was down there yesterday working.
Oh, for shame. For shame. Yeah, I'm looking for a cougar now. So any ladies over the age of 90, contact me.
Well, I'm going to tell you like this, folks. They're talking about Tuskegee not letting bonnets and house shoes in. Now, that's one of their big policies. Alabama don't care how you dress. I ain't seen no bonnets, no house shoes, but I seen cheeks hanging everywhere yesterday, man.
I can imagine.
Roll Tide, boys, go back hauling bodies.
All right, buddy. Where was he at? Tuskegee? Where all the cheeks were?
Yeah, I think so. He's hitting the colleges.
Yeah.
He was at Bama and he's making the rounds.
Alan and Nectar, what's up?
Hey, bro.
Hey, man.
Speaking of rehab, I got a friend of mine who went recently. He came out of the hospital and went to this rehab. It's one up here on Highway 33. You know, up here past Locust Fort.
What's it called?
Redemption.
Yeah.
Well, he got in there Saturday and he didn't like it, so he called my friend to come get him, but he couldn't go get him, So he said, "Well, I'm gonna walk." And so he didn't hear from him until like Tuesday morning. Some guy called my buddy and said, "There's somebody sitting on your back deck." And he went out there and that guy had walked all the way from there to Terrence.
Jeez. Isn't that where Mark Moon was involved?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had said that he took a couple of baths in a couple of creeks.
Jeez, man.
And then he said at one point he was still a long way from there, and some guy offered him a ride, and he said, "No, I about got it." He was miles and miles away. And when he got there, he said, "I told you I walk. I showed you."
Yeah, you showed him all right. What was his drug of choice?
Beer, just alcohol.
Oh, he's just alcoholic. Okay. Yeah. Well.
Big scope.
All right, man. That's you gotta listen when it comes to drug addicts and alcoholics. There's one thing you cannot say about them, and you cannot say they're not dedicated. Like if they want something, they're gonna get it.
Yep. Addiction drives it, man.
Maybe not everything, but like when it comes to their DOC, they're gonna get it one way or another. There ain't no doubt. But it's good. I mean, going back to what Richard the Cop was saying, it's good to see people getting help whenever they need it. So it's all about wanting it. It's all about wanting the help and doing something about it. As far as that guy goes, I don't guess he wanted it. Or I don't know anything about this redeemed place. Maybe it's a good spot, maybe it's not. But, you know, not every place is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of options out there. So, like, for instance, there's over in Warrior, there's Bradford, which is, you know, not like a long-term rehab. I think it's like 2 to 4 weeks, but you know, that used to be a good spot. People say it's not as good as it used to be, but you know, something like that to help you get your ish together. Who knows, man? You just gotta want it. All right, 205-545-9950. Let me do the flock cameras when we get back. 545-9950, the line, Talk 99.5. Noto Roofing, Roofing.com. NOTOroofing.com. Get in touch with them. Get that free roof inspection, complimentary roof tune-up, and all the things you need, man, right there in one convenient spot for you. These guys are great. As you know, I wouldn't lie to you. They've done the work at my place, my friends, my family. Everybody uses them. So I can vouch for them. And plus, they're my friends. I like them. They're good people. NoDoRoofing.com. 205-848-2299. There we go. 848-2299. Online, NoDoRoofing.com. So we've got another cop, John Bird, that's been fired after allegedly using flock cameras to stalk their ex.
I mean, let's go ahead and get rid of them, for gosh sakes. It's not like this is going to stop.
And this time it's a female stalking her ex-boyfriend.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, we got one of those. That's a Netflix series waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, buddy. Let's see. This one says that a South Carolina police officer has been fired for allegedly using flock cameras to check on an individual with whom she had a relationship with. Ellie Anna Hammond, 24 years old, was fired on August 3rd.
Ellie Anna.
The Malden Police Department said the department representative said no comment on the action would be coming because it's a personnel matter. Hammond was fired due to alleged misconduct between March and July. During that period, Hammond was accused of accessing the flock camera system 166 different times to track a vehicle that belonged to an individual with whom she once had a relationship.
Oh, my gosh.
Bro, y'all got guys and girls both. Y'all got to start picking up on red flags. Because if you're in the dating world, really, and I don't care what age you are. I was watching Worst Neighbor Ever or something. It was one of those shows.
Yes.
And the neighbor, who was like beloved by everybody in the neighborhood, ended up getting this new boyfriend who was an absolute psycho, and he ended up blowing up her house and killing her and killing some neighbors and all kinds of stuff.
Dang. You know what? I mean, if you're out there in the dating pool and you got it going on, I mean, you just look for somebody that's stable, somebody like me.
And
that
listen,
has got it all together.
I get it. Once you get to a certain age, all your options are damaged goods. And I don't mean that in a negative
How
way.
How can you not mean that in a negative way?
I'm just saying that.
No, I know what you mean.
With
life is taking a whooping on you.
They've been divorced. They've got kids, and whatever. And so anytime somebody's anytime there's a divorce, 90% of the time, probably 99% of the time, there was either one bad person in that relationship or both of them were bad people.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So a divorce on your record is, it's a red flag. I know that's a controversial take, but it kind of is.
It's a red flag.
I think
I mean,
not a huge.
I guess you're including yourself.
Yes.
Because, okay.
Yeah. But, the red flag, I mean, the problem with my former marriage was my ex-wife, not me.
Okay. Here we go.
But it's not, I don't say it as a red flag as in, it's a no-go. I'm just saying you got to be aware. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself.
You can't let your emotions drive you.
Okay, they've been married. Sometimes they've been married twice. They've been married 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
If you get into 2 and 3 territory, then there's a common denominator there.
Yeah.
But you do have to ask, were they the problem? I said, well, if it's just one divorce, give it a pass. But if it's 2 divorces, then you've probably got a red flag.
But okay, let's say this. What about if it was cheating by the other spouse both times.
It could be. I'm not saying that makes them guilty. I'm just saying that
They have to wear a scarlet letter, right?
No.
Is that it?
I'm just saying that you may want to investigate before dating the individual to try to figure out.
You're telling people to stalk people before they even start dating. What the heck?
It's better to do it before than after. Trish ran a background check on me before she'd ever go on a date with me.
Well, I mean, she was smart.
But she didn't use a very good background check service because I passed it, I guess. But, you know, I'm just saying, it's worth – I'm not asking you to deep dive and, like, you know, send a private investigator to their home. I'm just saying, you know, kind of assess the situation. And even – okay, say we don't consider that a red flag. Just say that – okay, it's not a red flag, but let me make myself more aware of potential
okay. I'll take that.
red flags that would arise during a first date or a second date or whatever.
Okay, I'm good with that.
And the point of me saying all that and digging that hole for myself is to say that not enough people do that. And especially whoever this guy is that was formerly in a romantic relationship with this woman, he probably breezed over a bunch of red flags. For her to be the type of person to risk her job in order to access the flock system 166 times to track a guy she's no longer dating.
Yeah,
that didn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It says every time the system was accessed, a reason was provided, but the document said those reasons were bogus. The reasons were variously listed as a warrant check, traffic infraction, or welfare check.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's...
According to Criminal Justice Academy, Hammond was hired in June of 24. Flock cameras are motion activated, blah, 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 blah. We know all that. Alleged misuse of flock cameras have also been an issue in neighboring North Carolina, with Mooresville police officer Elizabeth Snowman is accused of using the department's flock camera 31 times to track her boyfriend's former wife.
Oh.
Maybe we should just keep women from using flock cameras. Maybe that's the goal. All right, just a quick look at the text line. Charlie says, I'm an addiction counselor at a local rehab center, and people stuck in addiction are the craftiest people I've ever met. That is 100% real. Tom from Pale City says, excess baggage, it comes to our age. I think he means it at our age, there's excess baggage. He says, my two exes too. So, Tom, have you been married twice? Is that what you're saying?
Third time's a charm?
Third time's a charm, baby. I've actually met Tom's wife. She's super nice.
She is.
Scott says, I'm 59, divorced. Women my age are saying they're done with men.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, you see that as a common theme.
Well, and I can also see, I'm not saying this is the case, but I can also see, like, if you're not married at, let's say 60 years old, most men are stuck in their ways.
What the hell are you saying? What are you saying?
And probably women too. I'm just saying, as men get older, like, they're less likely to change their ways. And
okay.
you are single, you go from single to married, there's got to be some things you change.
Yeah.
You can't continue living like you live as a bachelor.
That's a great point. Great point.
Because even at my age, when I got with Trish, I was 34, 35, and I had been living for, however long, I guess just a year as a bachelor, and I had settled into that role, and it was a big change that took a lot of time to fully change. That's in my 30s. So if you're in your 60s and say you hadn't been married for a while,
then it's over for me.
And
it's
then
been 10 years.
A woman comes in and she's wanting you to do things this way and that way, and you're used to doing it the other way. Like, unless you are open-minded, there's going to be some butting of the heads.
Well, I will tell you this much: if you're going to be willing to do that, then she better be
hot 60-year-old,
real compatible. If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's compromise on both parts. As Trish and I have been watching Caleb Hammer episodes on YouTube, a lot of these, they go in for financial advice. It's like a guy and a girl, and it's usually younger people. And they're like absolute disasters as far as, because it's never just the financial thing. It's always a relationship thing. Like, there was a couple from Arkansas we watched yesterday, and they've been together 12 years. They got 2 kids. Only one of the kids belongs to the guy, but he's, doing things like where he's out on a ship, 28 days at a time, and makes $110,000 a year.
Dang.
And then the wife makes like, $400 every 2 weeks. And he makes the money, but then he spends it just as fast as he gets it, just ordering stuff online or whatever. And
they don't even share the money?
Well, they do, but by the time she looks at the account, it's all gone because he's put in affirm payments and all this. It's just money goes out as soon as it comes in, and they're like, you've got to change your ways because this is not going to work. And he's like, no, I'm not changing my ways.
Nothing.
And that guy was in his 30s. So it ain't going to work if you don't compromise.
Mm-mm.
And that's on both sides. That's not just the men. Let's see. Bubba Rumble, what's up, bub?
You mentioned my name. You dropped it. You soiled it even.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
How's that for some snaggle push, Jay Bizzle?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Uh-huh.
And what character is this?
Oh, man, it's the dog.
Yeah. Daggone it. I don't even remember his name. Why did I? Dastardly. Dan or something like that. Dastardly Dog.
I think something like that. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera cartoons were I liked them just as much as Looney Tunes as I was growing up. And Andrew doesn't know any of this because he probably grew up watching freaking Barney or something.
Let me real quick go back because I'm looking at YouTube, and Kelly says, "I agree. I'm 54. If something happens to my husband, I'm done with men. The options out there now would scare me to death. The ones that are out there now are nutty as hell. The thought of starting over would cause me severe anxiety. Plus, I am too stuck in my ways."
Well,
And so I think that just backs up what I'm saying.
well, I mean, there are diamonds out there. You just have to look.
No, there's not. They're not easy to find.
Well, like I'm 456 and single, and it could be a permanent affliction just because the women my age are just train wreck home wreckers. Gosh.
Wait, how old are you, Bubba?
456. It's like 62, set different.
So you're 456. Wait, what'd you call it?
I'm 456.
Okay, gotcha. And you're single. Have you ever been married before?
You know what? I never made it to the altar. I've had some long-term relationships over the years, but see, being from California, getting married has a lot of consequences, man. You could lose everything you worked for if you get a divorce over there because it's a common law state amongst all the other horrible things over there. So men are just like the doormats of relationships in California. So you better make sure she's the right one if anybody out there in California thinks about getting married.
So
Gotta weigh the consequences.
no ex-wives, no kids.
One kid, no ex-wives.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, you got a pretty good track record.
Plenty of ex-girlfriends, though. Let me tell you about that.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean. And has Dr. Dingling ever been married? That'd be a good question.
Oh, he's a lifelong bachelor.
That's right.
You know that.
He's as a certified gynecologist, nothing impresses him.
Back when you were a younger man, you think maybe being a gynecologist might be like a pretty cool career, get to look at nannies all day long. But the ones you're looking at, probably not the ones you want to be seeing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. There's no doubt.
Nanny.
Poor Dr. Dingling.
Poor
All
guy.
right, so you're talking about the flock camera thing, and, that's my current hotbed issue. Other than the SAVE Act probably not passing, my soapbox is permanently set up in front of the flock camera issue right now.
For good reason.
Absolutely. And, like this story about the chick cop stalking her ex using technology that we're sure isn't going to get abused, and it already has been before anybody even really knew what it was all about. We were talking a couple more days back about the high-intensity traffic stops that are coming down on people when the Flock network using AI mistakenly identifies them as murder suspects, and they get pulled over at gunpoint with their kids in the car. And, I'm not trying to predict anything, but I'm pretty much thinking somebody's going to end up getting smoked pretty soon. An innocent person just going to get groceries or something is going to get smoked. And, I know I'm not a cop hater or anything, but there are incidents sometimes when some of these people that are carrying weapons in the name of the law in our society or probably shouldn't be. And I've got a pretty good example just from the past handful of years, and quite sure it came out of Oklahoma, as I remember right. Just a random traffic stop, and the cops got the dude pulled over, and he's running stuff through the dispatch. And while he's standing there, an acorn falls out of the tree above his cruiser, hits the top of it, and he immediately starts yelling, "Shots fired," and mag dumps into the person's car. Didn't kill him, but shot them. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know if you remember seeing that viral video, but it was pretty terrifying, man, because the person's doing everything they're supposed to be doing, and a freaking acorn falls on the cruiser. And this guy, there again, I'm not criticizing war vets and stuff, but a lot of them are almost an automatic hire if they apply to be a cop. But a lot of these guys have PTSD issues, and I think that guy probably did too.
Right. Yeah, that is a problem that I don't know. I don't want to speak out of class, but it's an issue that I hope is being addressed, and if not, is going to be be more they're going to focus more on that, because with this flock stuff, we hope it goes in the direction where everybody across the country collectively says, screw this stuff, we're not going to use it. But on the cop side of things, you gotta have some extensive background checks and really analyze people before you say, okay, you can be a law enforcement officer.
Well, yeah, I mean, when it comes to these flock camera APBs or however they're getting the info out to the officers, they are kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. See, I'm pouring one out for the cops in this too, because if they get a call that there's a murder suspect that's got detected on the flock network in their area, they're obligated to go try to find that car. You know what I mean? And in the case where it's mistaken identity, they still going to pull them over, and it's going to be high intensity. And, I got a pulled over at gunpoint story that you guys might find interesting from when I was a kid in Mom's car. Would you like to hear it?
Absolutely.
Oh, dang.
Okay, you guys, back in the day, there was a dude running around L.A. that they coined the Hillside Strangler. I'm sure Bill remembers.
Yeah.
Right? So my stepdad had a business down in SoCal. We would go down and visit him on weekends and stuff. And one Sunday evening, we're driving back from SoCal, heading down the freeway, and we pulled into Kentucky Fried Chicken to get us a bucket of chicken to eat on the way home. And as soon as we got back on the freeway, all of a sudden we were surrounded by cop cars with their lights on us and all their guns pulled, and I had guns pointed right at us. Well, unfortunately, my mom's car matched the description of Ramirez's car, and he had shoulder-length dark brunette hair just like my mom did, and they thought they had the Hillside Strangler pulled over on the side of the road. And I felt like we were pretty lucky to escape that, because he was like the most wanted man in California at that point.
Wow.
And that was terrifying, man. And it scarred me as a young kid. I was just trying to think about the kids in that car, the chick that got pulled over as a murder suspect because of flock recently, and it scarred me, man. And to this very day, I still hate Kentucky Fried Chicken because it brings back bad memories.
No doubt. Well, good stuff, man.
But anyway, yeah, like the best thing that could happen with these flock cameras is just stop it right now. And another downside of it is our tax dollars are funding all this, like so many things that work against us.
Yeah, as always. That's the way it always pans out.
Yeah, that flock camera company can just flock off.
Whoa!
Verbal shots fired.
All right, buddy.
All right, I'm out. Hi now.
Hey now.
Hello.
Yeah, man, that would be terrifying. To be pulled over as the Hillside Strangler.
Man, because they got guns on the ready.
Because Bubba's like, oh my God, my mom's a serial killer. I had no idea.
That's why Dad divorced her.
All right, let's keep it rolling. 205-545-9950. I got some odd-end stories, and then I'm going to get into some political stuff, one of which is about this surrogate mom that was carrying a baby for a couple, and the baby ended up having, before it was born, they detected a heart condition that the baby had, but it was a treatable heart condition. Well, the biological parents wanted to murder the baby. They wanted to abort the baby. And the surrogate mom is like, wait a minute, I don't think we should do this. So she had to flee the state to Texas to protect that baby from being aborted, because she didn't want that to happen. And even though she's like, I'll keep the baby, the biological parents still wanted the baby aborted. And so now there's a lawsuit going on with it. We'll talk about that coming up right after this. Oh yeah, man. When that part hits, that's
Love
good.
me some Foo Fighters, man.
That's good stuff. So let me tell you about this real quick. So the biological parents of what has been known as baby Gabriel, not Gabrielle, baby Gabriel. They are parents that used a surrogate to have a baby. They couldn't have a baby on their own or whatever the backstory is. And anyway, so the baby turns out it's got a rare heart condition, not a rare, a treatable heart condition. And they say, okay, we'll just abort it.
God.
And the lady who has agreed, the young lady who has agreed to carry the baby says, no, I don't think that you should do that. Like, I don't think you should kill this baby. It's in my body. Like, I don't want to be, the vessel for an abortion. And they're like, no, you have to. And she's like, peace out. She went to Texas because she knew she would be protected by Texas law to where, they can't abort the baby. So the biological parents who tried to force the surrogate to abort their own son over the treatable heart condition are now suing her for more than $100,000 for refusing to kill the child and giving him a second chance at life.
You're joking.
Nope. Absolutely not. Alaska nurse and mother of two, Mclain West, risked everything to protect her baby Gabriel after California couple Nasheen Gilkar and Omar Ahmed invoked an abortion clause in their surrogacy contract when the unborn baby was diagnosed at 20 weeks with hypoplastic left heart syndrome. So West fled to Texas, where she gave birth on August 12th, and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton intervened with emergency orders to ensure life-sustaining care. The biological parents later gained temporary physical custody while the infant undergoes medical treatment, yet they have turned around and filed a countersuit accusing West of breaching an agreement by not killing the baby. So according to the lawsuit, Gilkar and Ahmed claim West violated their surrogacy contract, which paid her $60,000 and included a provision allowing them to demand abortion if fetal issues arose by refusing their order to abort and instead traveling to Texas so she would be recognized as the birth mother under state law. They are seeking over $100,000 in damages plus unspecified sums for what they call her malicious, outrageous conduct.
Oh, my gosh.
West, who told the New York Post, every life matters. No woman should be forced to end the life of the baby she is carrying, including me. Baby Gabriel should receive a chance at life. She continues to fight for parental rights under Texas law, where the woman who gives birth is presumed to be the legal mother. Her attorney has emphasized that the biological parents stopped all payments after she declined the abortion, and that West is prepared for a full legal battle, potentially up to the Supreme Court. According to reproductive law experts, they say that West faces an uphill climb under standard surrogacy frameworks, but the case has already sparked national debate over the ethics of forcing abortion through contract. The heart defect requires multiple surgeries, but offers strong survival rates with proper care. West offered to assume full responsibility for Gabriel while releasing them from all obligations. The parents refused, appeared to want to opt for palliative care that would allow the newborn to die, and pursued legal action across multiple states to compel the abortion or control the birth. After West delivered in Texas and Paxton secured protections preventing the infant's removal from the state without medical necessity, the biological parents obtained temporary custody. Now, even as the child they once sought to abort fights for his life in specialized care, they are demanding financial punishment for the woman who saved him. West has referred to the boy as Gabriel, while the parents call him Rumi.
God, that's sick. That is evil. God.
Yeah, man. some sick individuals out there. So we'll see how that story plays out. Hour number 3 coming up after this.